another edifying move tomorrow, that Tony Blair is going to be followed round by a giant chicken to mock him for not taking part in these TV debates. So
right. There's a new poll out tomorrow too in the Times, isn't there? I see. This is very bad news for the Tories after that fillip they had this morning.
It's extraordinary. Another 5 points up on Labour, although you have to look that 4 of those points come from the Lib Dems. I think that although politicians always tell you that they don't pay much attention to polls, Labour are extremely excited about that after getting a bit worried about this morning's poll. But I think you need to see a few more before we make very much of it.
With a 27-point lead as opposed to a 14-point lead this morning in a different poll.
It's extraordinary at this stage in a campaign. Labour's best showing since last October.
Mark, thanks very much. Tomorrow morning's front page of the Times, of course, has the news of that poll which it commissioned. There we are at the top, and the famous chicken stalking Tony Blair. Tories pin hopes on tax cuts and welfare reforms, the EFT. Tories promise golden future, the Independent. The fight for the family, the Guardian. The Mirror's depiction of the family, various people caught in the wrong sort of beds, according to the Mirror. Tories pitch for the family vote, the Daily Telegraph. Conspiracy of silence, the Daily Mail going for the union bosses. Blair's aid in sex age gaffe, and drunk sues for falling off bar stool. Well, that's all from Newsnight for tonight. The launch of Labour's manifesto will be covered live in the morning at 10:30 on Radio 5's magazine programme. Peter will be back with more tomorrow night. Until then, from all of us on the programme, good night.
Just one particular performance of Alan Bennett's Wind in the Willows had an audience that would have packed this West End theatre to the rafters for 2 whole years. Yeah.
The mole had been working very hard all the morning, spring cleaning his little home.
The BBC puts on productions like this every day.
Believe me, my young friend, there is nothing, absolutely nothing half so much worth doing as simply messing about in boats.
But they couldn't put on these productions if it wasn't for the unique way the BBC is paid for. By you.
Do you mind? Some of us are trying to listen to this.
Sorry.
Could we really?
Here to prove that the Danish can produce more than just bacon, BBC2 asks you to put on your surreal hat again and look away for the gory bits in part 2 of Lars von Trier's Kingdom.
In a high-tech hospital called The Kingdom, Mrs. Druser has heard a ghost crying and is determined to solve the mystery.